Mr. Toastmaster, and good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. How many views on YouTube do you think the most popular Toastmasters talk has received? Can someone take a guess?
10,000.
10,000. Well, thanks for the guess, Brian. It's actually 20,000 views. Now, by show of hands, have you heard of TED Talks from the TED Conference? By show of hands, I'm just curious. Okay, so it's a little less than half of us. Now, how many views do you think the most popular TED Talk has received? Can someone take a guess?
50.
You got the first digit right. It's actually 5 million, Lisa.
5 million.
Thank you for your guess. I compare the 20,000 views for the for the Toastmaster talk to the 5 million views for the TED Talk because it shows that as great as Toastmasters is, we're not the only speakers in the world. And as one Toastmaster said, any Toastmaster would be hard-pressed to find better inspiration for speeches than those at TED. So today I'd like to tell you about TED and give you 3 reasons to watch them. So what is TED? TED is a conference. It brings together some of the world's top thinkers and achievers. And the speakers at TED are given a simple challenge. Give the talk of your life in 18 minutes or less. People who spoke at TED include Bill Gates, the founders of Google and Amazon, Bill Clinton, Tony Robbins, the creator of the TV show Lost, and many famous authors, Nobel Prize winners, and scientists. For Toastmasters, the best thing about TED is all the talks are available online to you, absolutely free. My main message today is this. Tonight, when you go home, watch one TED Talk at TED.com. Before you go to bed, watch some TED. Brian, would you read this slide for us?
Before bed, watch TED.
Thank you, Brian. Now you've been hypnotized to watch TED before bed. But for the rest of you, why should you watch TED? Well, there's 3 reasons. First, to get ideas for your own talks. Second, to improve a specific skill of your talks. And third, to ignite passion into your talks. First reason to watch TED is to get ideas for your own talks. As Toastmasters, we're always looking for interesting ideas to speak about. If you watch TED, I guarantee you will get ideas for your speeches. Right now, there are over 700 TED Talks. You will find talks that interest you. The topics include technology, education, and design. They cover a diversity of topics. That's why they named the conference TED, by the way. There's also talks, though, on global issues, culture, communication, something for everyone. And as you watch a TED Talk, you'll think, hey, I've got an opinion about what this guy is saying. And that gives you a seed of an idea from which you can grow your own speech. I recently watched a TED Talk and I thought, the speaker didn't address this important point. So now I'm going to address that in my next Toastmasters talk. The second reason to watch TED is to improve a specific skill of your speaking. One skill that I've improved from watching TED is how I build PowerPoint slides. I noticed that a lot of speakers at TED include just one big picture and just one line of text per slide. Take a look at the big red circle on this slide. It shows that at TED.com you can watch speeches that are rated by viewers as either persuasive or inspiring or funny, etc. Who here wants to be more funny? Okay, well that's just about all of us. Well, if you click here on funny, you'll see talks that are funny. And one skill related to being funny is to pause when your audience laughs. Let's watch a clip from a TED Talk and notice that when the audience laughs, the speaker pauses before he resumes talking.
We moved from Stratford to Los Angeles, and I just want to say a word about the transition. Actually, my son didn't want to come. I've got 2 kids. He's 21 now and my daughter's 16. He didn't want to come to Los Angeles. He loved it, but he had a girlfriend in England. This was the love of his life. Sarah, he'd known her for a month. Mind you, they'd had their 4th anniversary. Because it's a long time when you're 16. Anyway, he was really upset on the plane. He said, I'll never find another girl like Sarah. And we were rather pleased about that, frankly, because she was the main reason we were leaving the country.
So, that was a clip from a talk rated as funny, but you can watch TED Talks that are rated highly in any skill that you want to improve, such as being inspired, being persuasive, being courageous. Yeah, you can improve any skill. And you'll also see that some talks actually receive poor ratings. Some speeches are rated as obnoxious or long-winded, but you can also learn from these supposedly bad speeches. Watch a talk rated as obnoxious and ask yourself, what did this guy say or do that is obnoxious? And then you can make sure that you don't do that in your next Toastmasters talk. Actually, I see some of you writing those words in my evaluation forms right now. The third reason to watch TED is to ignite passion into your talks. Now, if you're giving a speech simply to improve your body language, that's a fine goal. But even if your body language is impeccable, you still might not connect with your audience. Well, speakers at TED connect with their audience because they are so passionate. The New York Times said that they are fevered, possessed. The author of the book Presentations Zen was asked, who are the world's best speakers? He answered, watch TED. You'll see good speeches delivered by smart and creative people who are all trying to change the world in their own way. Every presentation is different, but really, if you're not trying to change the world, then what is the point of making a presentation? Watch TED, and you as well will feel inspired to give your own passionate talks. Those are the 3 reasons to watch TED that I wanted to share with you. Thank you for listening. Again, to get ideas, to improve a specific skill, and to ignite passion. Thanks for listening. You've been a beautiful audience. If you do remember one thing from this talk, please remember this. When I'm out of sight, and you go home tonight, Brian, what are you going to do?
Before bed, watch TED.
Thank you. Thank you very much.